Oh, Disney World, and more specifically, oh, Epcot. Look at it.
It is a never-ending struggle for me.
Trying to figure out whether Magic Kingdom or Epcot is my favorite.
I mean, maybe it's something about being born in the 80s.
But I cannot get enough of the retro futurism here.
I mean, it's kind of weird because all throughout the 80s, growing up,
the future on movies and TV was always depicted as sort of a scary, dystopian,
kind of Blade Runner-y sort of place.
Whereas here in Epcot in 1982, the future was depicted as a place where we take care of the land and take care of the sea, where we use our imagination.
I mean, if you think about it, this place is perfect.
Futuristic 80s architecture and positive thinking about the future. Does it get any better than that?
Well, yes, actually, it turns out that it does.
Because instead of making Epcot just about Future World,
they have the absolutely brilliant idea
of sticking as much of the rest of the world into the park as they could as well.
And so we get my favorite part of Epcot.
The World Showcase, where we can visit such countries as Mexico over here.
Where we can see all the good parts.
In fact, we don't even have to haggle over the price of gourds.
Poor Brian, you know what?
It's been a hot minute since I've been to Mexico. Maybe we should head inside.
Especially because it is sweltering out here.
And I don't know if you guys were aware of this,
but apparently the entire actual country of Mexico
is in fact air conditioned.
Ah, mucho mejor.
Hey, look at this.
I never noticed this before.
It's our little friend Miguel standing in front of an ofrenda. Whoa, and every couple of minutes the lights dim down and ghosts appear in here next to him.
That is cool. Hey, speaking of ofrendas,
let's head a little deeper into Mexico.
Into the Plaza de los Amigos.
Ah, la plaza es hermosa.
Mi español es feo.
Oh, I love it in here.
Especially when it's a little more dead than usual. Huh? She gets it.
It's just so cool whenever they do a whole outdoor scene built indoors.
But it doesn't hurt when it smells like really good Mexican food.
Some dang day I'm gonna eat in here, and I'm gonna watch the boats go by that pyramid in style.
For now, though,
I'm just gonna enjoy that pyramid the old-fashioned way by taking a little boat ride.
Hola, mi nombre es Señor Cicatrizado.
¿Es eso correcto?
I think so.
Time, the ever-flowing river.
Wait, wrong park.
Now, there's been a lot of talk lately, as you would expect, about turning this into a COCO-themed ride, which I'm not exactly sure how I feel about. It could be a good idea. I mean, as long as they leave the fiesta scene mostly intact, I think I wouldn't mind too much.
I wish I could dance like that.
About the three caballeros back here, though. It would be a shame to lose them just for COCO. They kept them in here somehow.
She's one of my favorites.
Ooh, that was fun. All right. Tu es bonita.
But it's time to go.
This morning, Allie left to go hang out with her friends, so I'm on my own today.
Well, I was actually going to head over to Magic Kingdom
Until I realized I have some serious unfinished business at the World Showcase.
because, as you'll no doubt remember, at the moment, the Epcot International Festival of the Arts is still happening.
I forgot something really important the other day when we were filming it.
But first, before I get to that, I have got to take care of the fact that I am starving.
I can't eat at all these festival booths.
Because this year, almost none of them have gluten-free stuff.
But I can still smell them and it's making me hungry.
That's okay, though, because like I've told you guys before,
When it comes to gluten-free food, Epcot has got the goods. They know what I'm talking about.
we just gotta blow ourselves on out of here.
And back over to the new world.
By the way, I always come to America to get the good gluten-free chicken strips and fries.
But if you're looking for chicken, salmon, stuff like that, there's also Sunshine Seasons over in the Land Pavilion.
And almost every Disney-run restaurant here has a really good allergy menu.
That's one of the reasons I mostly stick to America and don't travel a lot overseas.
And it's a big part of why I haven't gone to the parks in Japan and China.
Because over there, if you have food allergies, it's a lot harder to get stuff like this. America.
Oh, man, am I full now.
Just like George Washington in this painting, huh?
Well then, now that I've engorged myself with sustenance,
I can finally do what I came to Epcot to do.
you guys know how they've got the whole Festival of the Arts thing going on out here at Epcot. Well, I don't know if you know this because I'm not usually one to brag.
But I happen to consider myself somewhat of an artist.
And I've actually created a piece of artwork just for the Arts Festival.
Which I'm hoping to get in one of the booths.
First, we just gotta find the right one. Oh, here's a booth.
Look at this painting right here. You make me so doggone happy. That painting makes me happy. Look at that happy dog. Lots of good art here. Lots of good quotes, such as this one. I like that. See, if my piece of art was a quote, I would feel totally comfortable putting it here. Right, side by side with the Dalai Lama. Unfortunately, mine's a little more visual. The House of Blues booth over here is much more visual, but most of the artwork over here is musical in nature, so I don't think that's gonna work. Also, my piece of artwork is very much Disney themed, so I've got to be on the lookout for one of those Disney art booths. Wait a minute, here's a booth. I see Disney paintings. Wait a minute, shoes? What the heck? Who paints a shoe? Honestly. Weird. Oh, speaking of paintings, here's another little sneaky Disney painting that I really like. It's Mushu and Cricket, my favorite friends from China. That is just fantastic. I gotta stop getting distracted though. Today is supposed to be about art. Ooh, and look at all the art here in Norway. Dang, they actually have a lot of good stuff in here. I really like these prints of the World Showcase. And you know what I like even more? It's this epic painting of Figment. Look at it. One little screen. I love the art of Edvard Munch. And I also love Figment, so that's perfect. Plenty of art and plenty of trolls. Just like the YouTube comment section. Okay, that was pretty darn close. But not quite the right setting for my masterpiece. Maybe one of the booths more towards the front of Epcot. Well, here's a booth full of soap. But since I haven't used any swear words for a while, I actually don't need any of that today. What I need is some art. Oh my gosh, yes. This looks promising. A booth full of Disney art. Look at the pieces in here. Some of them are very nice. And there's even some sort of sketch-like pieces here. Which is perfect. All right, guys, prepare your minds. In my bag here, I have a masterpiece. Okay, guys, prepare to feast your eyes on the greatest masterpiece of a generation. Look at this. I don't know about you guys, but I think this really fits in here. I mean, basically, these two paintings are exactly identical. All we gotta do now is gently place it over here. Make it blend in with the other art. Tiptoe away, and we've done it. The art of Justin Scard is in the show. I should change my name to Justin Scart. You know what I mean? I hope you do, because I don't. That's weird. Oh man, finally my mission is complete. Which means it's time to leave the World Showcase, head on back to Future World, and make my way towards the parking lot. It's always, always, always difficult for me to leave Epcot. Especially when I'm pretty sure I'm not going to see it again for at least a few months. I mean, hey, I'd come back every other week, but those airline tickets and those rental cars start to add up. You know what I mean? Oh, before we leave, we should probably head inside of Spaceship Earth, because remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs?
At this point, each civilization has its own form of writing, which none of the others can understand. But the Phoenicians, who trade with all of them, have a solution. They create a simple common alphabet, adaptable to most languages. Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented them.
Yes, thank you, Phoenicians, and also thank you, inventors who invented the internet and trapped us all inside the Matrix.
All right, the Phoenicians are thanked.
We can say goodbye to the most beautiful thing in the world now.
Goodbye, Spaceship Earth.
It's one of those things that being from California when I was younger, I thought was totally weird. Why do people like that golf ball?
But as soon as I became a frequent Florida goer,
I fell right in love with this big thing.
Monorails and Spaceship Earth.
What is not to love?
There are a lot of transportation options out here.
And I am trying to head to the Magic Kingdom.
But a couple of times I've taken the monorail to Magic Kingdom or the monorail from Magic Kingdom to Epcot,
only to find out that for the return journey the monorail was closed.
And then when that happens, they make you take a bus.
I mean, buses are cool, buses are fine, but the thing about buses is they take a long time.
So whenever it's possible,
I strongly prefer to bring my own car along.
Especially because, as you remember,
on this trip I got that sweet free upgrade.
I mean, I still can't believe
I booked a compact car and got this.
And yes, I'm a little bit of a Mustang guy.
I have to be honest with you, this has been a sweet ride.
Some people the other day
seemed a little bit confused about that whole thing.
They thought I just got a pretty sweet deal. No. What happened was I rented the cheapest car possible, or next to cheapest car possible, and they were out out of those cars, so I got this. You see what I mean? Because I made a reservation for a cheap car, they had to give it to me for the cheap price. But the strategy for that to happen is to get there really late at the airport and be one of the last people to pick up a car. But the flip side of that is it can totally backfire. Like the time I rented a small SUV and ended up with a Fiat 500 to travel across the state of Missouri in. One that looked, for all the world, by the way, like a Twinkie. So basically there's no trick to it. It's pretty much just good luck. And since on my last trip I had the bad luck to cut off the tip of my finger for a couple of weeks, I'm gonna go ahead and say it balanced out. Alright, time to go meet back up with my tiny future wife. Which means we're headed back to the Magic Kingdom. What a fun one. Almost as fun as riding on the tram. Oh yeah, look at this, we're already here. The Transportation and Ticket Center. This is where you can find tickets to all of the magic. Give Mickey Mouse a high four and then head on over via the monorail to either the Magic Kingdom, or like I was saying earlier, back to Epcot. I, however, like door number 3, or well, I guess door number 4, if you're counting the resort monorail. At any rate, I've taken a lot of monorails this trip. So today, I think I'm going to exercise the ferry boat option. Oh yes, nothing quite like a ferry boat ride. Hi-dee-dee-dee, a pirate's life for me. See, look at this, I love this about Mickey. He entertains us, he hugs and takes pictures with us, and he teaches us how to not drown. That's one useful rodent. Ooh, I love Disney World. I hope I get to stay at the Polynesian again someday. That place rules. So does the Grand Floridian, although I'll never be able to look at it without thinking of that Princess Diana suite we filmed last week, huh? Beautiful out here. And taking the ferry boat is a nice little break. All that walking. Oh, sweet, we're almost there. Magic Kingdom ahead! Okay. Man, it's gonna be hard to adapt to life on shore again. After all this time sailing on the open sea. Now I know just how Prince Eric felt. Finally, it took all day. But I made it to my other favorite place. The Magic Kingdom. And not only is my beautiful fiance here with our friend, but in this park today, I've got some fast passes to burn. Oh yeah. I've spent quite a bit of time today walking around the world. So I am very excited to get on some rides and off my feet. My Plutos are barking. There's nothing quite like seeing a good old-fashioned fortress to wind down your daylight hours looking at, huh? He knows what I'm talking about. It's beautiful. Now here's a tough question for you Walt Disney World fans out there. If you had to choose between looking at this castle forever or looking at Spaceship Earth forever, which one would you pick? Oh, and whichever one you didn't pick would disappear forever so no one else could see it either. Choose wisely. Oh, it's so beautiful here once the sun starts going down and the agonizing heat starts to fade away. But not as beautiful as what I'm about to see in Liberty Square. And as nice as it is, I ain't talking about no Liberty Bell. I'm talking about what's in here. It's Allie and Maddie. Hi. Hello. And chicken nuggets, gluten-free. Okay, and now that I found the ladies, once I take about 5,000 Instagram pictures for them, we can finally get on a ride. And to me, this time of day when the sun is going down, the perfect rides are to be found in the old West. Ooh. And you don't want just any old ride in the West. You want to get the best in the West. And I ain't talking about no raft. I'm talking about Big Thunder Mountain, the wildest ride in the wilderness. A perfect end to the perfect day. A couple of pretty ladies, a runaway mine train. I feel like Clint Eastwood. Woo-hoo! Now the best Big Thunder Mountain is undoubtedly in Paris. But for me, the Walt Disney World edition is a close second. I've been riding it a lot on this trip, but that's okay. You can never have too much Big Thunder. Oh, sweet, we got the back roads. Those are the roads with the most gold. Oh, here's our train. All right, let's get this hootenanny started. Hold on, ladies.
Because this here's the wildest ride in the wilderness.
Here we go. Oh no, that's just all the sulfur. I thought that was me. Oh yeah. Nothing like a good train ride, friends. All right, well, I'd love to hang out with you all some more, but I'm afraid at the moment that's all we've got time for. The important thing is that we made a few memories, had a few laughs, got our artwork into the Arts Festival at Epcot, and survived one crazy runaway mine train incident. Plus, I took some good Instagram pictures for Madeline and Allison over here. So I'm pretty sure I've done my duty. Now I can go home and sleep well. Heck yeah, look at that dirty rabbit dancing. Woo-hoo! Go on, Big Al.
Oh yeah, man. I am an artistic genius. Genius.
Hello? Mickey? Yes? No. Oh. I understand. I understand. I will obey. I will, Scooty Poot. Yeah! See you later, y'all. I'm gonna be dancing for a while.
Por al montón